ルフィ、私はあなたの決定に従うけど、海賊の同盟には裏切りがつきものよ。人を信じすぎるあなたには不向きかもしれない。
え、お前裏切んのか？
いや。やろな！ちった疑え！
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This time I wanted to try going back to Sakazuki. So what I did is I found the Hervoyes list from his run recently in a regional. I think he made top 32. So I just was going to try his list. It's been a very long time since I played this leader, probably since OP12. I don't even know if I played it when it had Moria. So definitely going to be a little rusty on it, but I just wanted to see where the list feels. There's a lot of one-ups here with Marineford / Navy HQ, Lightsaber, Slave Arrow, 1 Jack, 1 Laboon, 1 Barteau, 1 Pudding, 1 Son Goku, 1 Jozu. So lots of different one-ups here. I tried to watch his video and figure out how he wanted to use each of them, but I know really the core is Rebecca, Hina, and then Boa seemed to be quite good, and Brooke being the Lucci replacement nowadays. He was also pretty high on Gravity Blade right now, so I want to make sure that I watch out for times to play that one. But otherwise, I am just going to go into some games. Alright, first up here we have Nico Robin. They've opted to go second. I think this is fine. We have both Marineford and Tashigi to start us off, so we're going to go ahead and keep this. Cycling out, I don't think Slave Arrow is important in this matchup, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And then we're going to play this Tashigi. Grabbing here. I can't grab the other Tashigi, so I guess I have to grab Sengoku, and we'll pass back. Opponent passes right back to us, so I think we're just going to go a 6. Nothing to target with the leader ability. I think here it is correct to probably cycle out the Pudding, because our opponent's not likely to have a bunch of cards. And then we will play out Cobra, using the card action, getting some more stuff in the yard, and pass. Seven. It's looking like. I do feel like 7 is probably worthwhile. Just blocking here. We don't want to lose out on those cards. First things first, let's trash this Hina. Oh, perfect. We hit that here. So I think it's probably correct just to play out the Rebecca here and get back and play out the Hina, which means we get to do a 6 with lead, no targets. I wonder why our opponent's holding up 2 here. Yeah, it doesn't click for me why they would leave up 2. Maybe they were just hoping that a 7 would be enough to get me to counter, maybe. I'm gonna grab Hina and play her out, choosing 0 characters. Now we just have some pressure here, where we're going to be able to exert more on her life. So on our next turn, we have 2 from Marineford plus 1 from leader. If our opponent wants to get too much investment into a body, although at this point, it's probably not going to be something I'm going to be able to remove. So I'm probably just going to continue aggressing here. A Saul here. Saul is a little more manageable. I can get him down to 3. A 6 at Hina. I think I am going to give the 2K here. Because I think this Rebecca, we can find another use for. We're not going to block. We are going to give the T-bone here. think this boa, I will probably cycle out one of the boas. I'll keep the other one to play most likely on my turn. But let's first see what else we have access to. That's pretty good. I am just going to attack here. We're going to shrink him because our opponent is probably anticipating him to be removed. And then let's just do boa freeze here and choose no targets here, and then play out this Tashigi, grabbing a Suru. And then we will swing with Hina here. Hope we don't get a trigger, but if we do, it's alright. Expect our opponent's been pretty defensive here, so they might just counter out of this one. This is definitely an interesting sort of matchup right here. I don't know what our opponent's going to do on 9 Dawn. We do not seem to hit a trigger, so let's just go ahead and pass. We're probably going to let this Hina go because we have the Rebecca to bring it back if we need it. And I think that we won't. We want to get a little bit of swings into our life to give us access to more cards. Bo is probably going to the bottom here. That's all right. Yeah, they put the bow on the bottom. They can't swing there. I think it's probably correct to keep her around, so I think I might give the Rebecca on this one. Although it's hard to say. No, I should let her go because I can get her back with Sengoku. I don't think I have necessarily another good target with Sengoku. And I do think Sengoku's probably a pretty strong play here. It might be correct to just start going 5s. We can get one extra 5, 5, 5, and then Sengoku. But we'll see what we draw and what we get off of our filter. Get another Hina. I don't think we want to do one of those. We haven't hit much in the way of KO, which is a little unfortunate. What is the correct play here? Probably going to do Sengoku, bring back Hina. The question is what else are we going to do? We could also do Rebecca, bring back Hina, which is actually probably even stronger. Because it leaves us with more Dawns. We have 5 left there. We can do... Let's go 5 lead, reduce the Big Mom. Make our opponents think that we're going to be able to KO the Big Mom. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I think I like the Sengoku line, which puts us at not having enough else to do. So I think it is actually, it might actually be correct to do. Let's do one of these 5s here. Fortunately, we can't do 2 of them. Oh, they are taking. Interesting that they took that. I'm going to play out... I'm actually going to get back the 2K and not choose to play anything out, and then just make our opponent swing into us a little bit here. If they want to swing real big with Robin, that means they're not playing out other stuff. And if they are giving us cards here, I think we're in a good spot. We are at 5 and our opponent's only at 2. So I do think we're in an okay situation. We do want to find some more KO though, because we have not found quite as much KO as we'd like. We found a good amount of cost reduction, finding only 2 Hinas. I thought we found a 3rd, but I guess it's just the 2 Hinas. Okay, they do have the Yamato. It's older tech here. I think it's probably correct to counter here. I'm gonna use the T-Bone because it's retrievable off of Rebecca in the future. I do expect we're in the spot where they're going to start holding up the Gum Gum Giant, which is a little unfortunate that we found ourselves here and not able to get any deeper before getting to this spot. But it is what it is. Yellow can be difficult sometimes for black just because if they can land their guys... Ooh, this Houndblaze is probably great for us. We are not going to trigger it. Alright, so Shingoku, bring back Hina. It's -4. 5, 6, 7 with lead. Alright, so we can get rid of the Yamato. But if we do that, then we cannot get rid of the Sol off the... because we need 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, and then we use the Houndblaze, but that requires the leader swing. So I guess we will go 6 at... I think I'm going to go at lead minus here. And then we'll use the Houndblaze on the Tashiki to get it another swing here. I think this is just the most efficient use of our Dawn here. So then we're going to do Sengoku, get back Hina, use Hina. Oh, I put one on lead. I messed that up. -5. Oh, I messed it up. Alright, so how do we recover this? Do we Houndblaze anything? I don't think that's correct at this point. And we just pass. We messed that up. It'll be okay. Our opponent's definitely going to swing into us here, and we'll have a good access to this stuff on the following turn as well. They're not going down to 2, so the Yamatos don't gain the extra KO here. They are still very strong, but unfortunate that we got ourselves in this spot. I got greedy trying to remove this as well. Luckily they don't get rid of the Sengoku here. They'll probably get rid of the Rebecca is the correct call. This is definitely in a spot where it's getting out of our control pretty quickly. Five. I think I'm going to use this just because I don't think I'm going to find a good spot otherwise. I'm going to take this one. 9. I'm going to take this one. No trigger. Block 2, 1, I think. And they're holding up that... Ooh, Gravity Blade is really good here. If we can figure out how to get 2 guys under 6. We can definitely get 1 under 6 because he's already at 6. So -3 is leader ability plus Marineford is -3. And then we can Gravity Blade a Yamato and a Sol. So that's 8 Dawn. We have 2 left, which we could use on Suru, which would get another... Let's see, Suru, Marineford is -4, 5. Don't have quite enough. So we need to do the 5 lead, -1 on the Yamato. And then Marineford and this, And then Gravity Blade, you and you to the bottom. And then we sit with this 2 Dawn at this point, because we don't want to swing with this Sengoku, I don't think. Let's use leader ability here. We don't need this one. And in the turn, we may have been able to make some extra moves with this Rebecca. I gotta remember to use the Sakazuki ability first. It's been a long time since I played this leader, so it's definitely a tough one trying to get back into it. I think our opponent can probably get us here. Yeah, especially with a Kuma. We can probably get rid of this Kuma. But they have too much for us to deal with, I think, for us to casually be able to get out. Here, I think we're going to do 2 and a 1 just to protect the life. Kuzan's not a great one to see here. Him being at 8 for the turn makes it a little bit tougher to work around. Rebecca Hina is -4, 5, 6. Which is enough to get rid of you with Houndblaze. So let's attack here, minus here. And then Rebecca, get back a Hina, play a Hina. And then -1 more here. And then 5. And then, yeah, we'll go a 5 at lead, and then we'll play out one of these Kuzans, I think. Interesting. We're going to trash one of these Kuzans to find something, and no, we don't. And then we're going to play out a Kuzan to be set up for next turn. I think we might still have a chance to survive here. We have 2 blocks, so they'd need a rusher or removal to win here. But that said, if they get another heal, then it's going to be really tough for us to win. Red Hawk doesn't work. It's a little bit of a misplay by our opponent. It only works when your combined life between you and your opponent is 5 or more. Kuma definitely is a pain. We do have this Kuzan, so we're going to be able to do another spot where we get to remove 2 guys, which is going to be great. They're going to swing, probably remove our board. 5, we are definitely going to use this brook here. No blocks, use the brook. We're gonna probably take with this boa, put this boa to hand. It'll be something to discard with Sakazuki on the future turn. I am gonna block here, because if we can protect this life, that's probably okay. Yeah, now we let her go. Okay, so here, it sucks to do that. Let's go with a 5 to start, minus here. And then -4. We need to do, you're there now. Five and 6, which is enough for Gravity Blade to work. So we're going to, ooh, they hit a trigger. That's fine. Gravity Blade, you and you to the bottom. And then I'm gonna keep the 2K. I don't know if the 2K is correct to keep here, but I am gonna keep it. Okay. So our opponent kind of has to kill our board unless they have a rush or some more heal. Because we can take freely with the see, 7. 8. I think it's correct to just let them banish this one. Because if they Kuma here, they're going with a 10. 11. 12. Yeah, we have to block here. What is this 4/4? Do they have... Let's see, if this is Gum Gum Giant, let's just start by cycling this. 4, 5, 6. It's not enough to get this with T-Bone. So I think we have to go for it this time. If it is a Gum Gum Giant, then we want to swing this as just a 5, I think, to force the issue. If it's a Gum Gum and a brick, they have to use it, I think, at this point. Well, no, this is a 7 and an 8. All right. Oh, so they do get a trigger. So now we know that... Is a 7 correct? Yeah, I think a 7 is correct. We take... And then if it has to be giant plus something to... There's giant and they have to draw. They have to draw a counter. They get a 10, 11, they get there. Yep, good games to my opponent. Definitely a real grind. And great way. Oh, they only had the exact counter there. Great one. Let's move on to the next game. Ooh, next up we have Zoro. This one is supposed to be a tougher match. I have the Cobra and the Kuzan, which I think is what we want. So we're going to keep this. We're going to cycle out this Hina to start. Yep, we definitely don't need 2 Hinas. Here, we're going to play Cobra, use the card action and pass. The Gravity Blade off of the Boa here is great. After Boa is great. So we are definitely looking for... Yeah, we're going to take that one. Here, we're going to trash this Hina. And we're going to swing here and shrink it. We don't want him getting extra value off of it. And then we're going to play Kuzan, who can't be gotten with their guy, which will be great for us. This Cobra will defend for us. We will have to take one as a result, but it is how it works. Actually, we could even choose to counter out of an 8 here. No, yeah, I just take. There's no reason not to just take here. Yeah. I think our opponent was expecting us maybe to block there. Yeah, now we get to play out a second blocker and then swing in with a Kuzan. And so that's 3 for the second blocker. Let's go ahead and cycle out the... second Gravity Blade. Ooh, Hound Blaze, or Slave Arrow is great for us here. So here, I'm just gonna go swing a 6, no targets, and then a 5, no targets. Okay, and then we're gonna just play some blockers. Use card action and it would have been better for us. I think we're gonna have to take one more here, or let this Kuzan go, which I don't think it's correct to do. So we are going to have to take one more. Forgot about the slave arrow needing up the dawn. So it would have been correct to go 5-5 instead of 5-6 or 6-5. But we'll see how our opponent plays it. They're going into 7 with Hody. We do definitely need to use some of these blockers to protect, because Hody is going to invalidate them pretty soon here. We are in a decent spot though. I feel like our opponent, not taking any life, is going to come back and get them pretty soon here. We'll see what this turn does though. They're resting 2 of the blockers. Okay. It's an interesting choice. And we get to just use this one. And then we're going to use 2 2Ks here. Opponent's not choosing to play anything out here. I think it's correct to play out the boa. Let's just go. I don't think this Marineford's going to be the ticket here. We can do this, grab. We have to grab the Hina. We can attack here. No target. Interesting that our opponent is opting to do this route here. Then we're gonna play out boa and pass the turn with 1 up here. Kuina, rest 1. Yep, that works out very nicely for us. They invested a whole lot into that turn, and now we get to keep our Kuzan, and we get to keep all this pressure playing out the Cobra again. We're gonna swing at this Guina. We are going to, we want to play out this Cobra, so we don't need to use much here. And let's attack. No target. Let's attack. No target. What do we have in trash that we can revive? Probably a Hina over the Tashiki. They've gone to 8 here. If my math is correct, we can do, that's 9, so we can do this here. They're definitely going to take this one. And then we do Sengoku. Sengoku, play out Hina over this Tashiki. And we're gonna trash this Hina. We have a Jack now. We're gonna pass here. It looks like we've got stuff up the Snake Arrow again, even though it was just misplanned Dawn. I didn't think that I had 5 guys and that I can't play out just a Cobra over one of my other guys. So let's see how this plays out. We don't have enough to defend this time, but they only have 6 left. They're definitely going to go at one of our guys, which is fine. We're going to end up having to take here. I don't think there's any world in which we don't. 14 there. We are... Is Boa better than Sengoku? I think I'm actually going to block just because a little bit more strength here. And then we're going to take 14 for sure. All right, so let's do, we can do a Hound Blaze to get rid of that with a little bit of investment. I think that that's probably unnecessary. Let's go for a 5, and then we can do a Hound Blaze on the Hina to get more damage in. Might be able to finish out this turn. Opponent's not playing a whole lot, so it probably means they are sitting on a bunch of counter. And we need to make sure we play out this Cobra. And really punch in solidly. Yeah, I think it might even be correct to use both of these Hound Blazes to get extra boosts. Let's see how our opponent thinks it out. We do need to increase the amount of damage a little bit. I think I'm going to get rid of this Gravity Blade at this point. Let's see how our opponent... They're thinking real hard. We want to leave up some amount of Dawn plus... Because the Hody is definitely a threat. I think we're really gonna need to respect Hody. So use as little Dawn as possible otherwise so that we can project strength in the Hody department. Because I don't think we beat Hody. Dead Man's Game we might have a better chance of beating because it won't come with a body. Alright. Yeah, I think maybe the double Hound Blaze is good here. Because we can go 9. Let's trash this one. We have a Jozu now. Let's do another Hound Blaze. You 9. And then I'm gonna be awful tempted to go for it if they take here. Because it'll be a 12, which is 8k worth of counter, which is 4 2ks worth out of 6 cards. And if we do that, if we're playing around Hody and Dead Man's Game, okay, so they do counter here, so it's probably correct just to do another. No, actually, probably even just an 8 is fine here. Oh, our opponent wrapped it. They threw in the towel. Definitely a great game there. Let's do one more and see where we're at. Ooh, this is an interesting Dofi. I think it is probably correct to go second here. Yeah, we can keep this. This Hina is great stuff to toss. I'm gonna toss the Hina. We're gonna play the Tashigi, grab the Kuzan, and pass the turn. Fully expecting a 4 to come out, which we can get with Suru, Leader, and Brook. Oh, Teach. That means there's 2 coming out. 7 here. We are going to go ahead and take this. So we need to do... I don't think we're going to have time for that many of those. So we go a 5. Minus here. Yeah. 5 minus here. Suru here. Brook. And then pass. We definitely need to be a little more aggressive in countering soon here. Our opponent goes a 7, then we should probably counter with a T-bone and a 7 here. Interesting choice. We are going to go 2 and a 1. All right, now here, actually this Jozu's pretty strong, but I think it might even just be correct to do essentially the same play again. This time, though, no, we don't want to do the Suru. We can do Rebecca Rebecca get back and play Hina. It's -4. We don't have enough to do that play right now. So it is probably correct then to do the Jozu. We're going to attack. Minus here. It's not a very big deal. We're going to get rid of the Kuzan here. And we're going to play Jozu, pick up Sewer, bounce that back to hand, and pass. Now we have some more stuff for counter. I think we can probably take one safely here. We definitely want to find our pudding if we can. Although they have been using this teach a lot. That's the third Weevil that they found though. So this is going to be an 8. Oh, it's not. Interesting choice here. I think I am going to give up 2 here. They have definitely hit a good amount of hit the thing here. Jozu helps a lot, or Tempest Kit helps a lot if we can get the cards for it. So Pitch Boa, we're at 8. We're not going to be able to get there. We can do Rebecca, bring back Hina, play Brooke to KO one of these guys. Or we can do Brooke and T-Bone. No, not quite enough there. So Brooke off of Rebecca. No, Brooke and Rebecca. Hina off of it. KO's 1. And then we get to swing a 7. Let's do a 7. Definitely going to give us a 2 here. We're not going to be able to get 2. They've hit these Weevils, which has been really important in them keeping their hand size up. We're going to do Becca, Hina, play out Hina here, and play Brooke here. And then, yeah, we're going to pass here. We're definitely behind the gun a little bit. Them hitting the multiple Weevils has been pretty rough on us because they get to draw their cards off of it. Yeah, they've hit 3 of their 4 Weevils already. Gravity Blade, okay. Okay, there goes a Rebecca. They're probably gonna means it probably go at Hina, which I think we just let go. Yeah, 7 at her. We let her go, I think. I don't think there's a world in which we can protect her. Ooh, Sengoku's quite good here. Do I have to counter this? I think I might have to counter this. No, I'm gonna take one more. I don't think I can keep taking too many here. We're definitely close to being able to turn the corner here. Do we have another Hina in the yard? We do not. So we need to cycle this Hina out for sure. Ooh, Hound Blaze helps a lot because it tangles well. So 7. Yeah, let's go ahead and play this out because we need this. Let's get rid of you. Hound Blaze is going to get rid of you. And let's do, what, a 5? A 5 here. And then... Oh wait, no, we don't need to use any Suru here. So we can Helm Blaze, Leader, you. And then let's go... sure. And then I think we play out this Tashigi looking for 2Ks. They have to give us 2 2Ks, which they might have. If they have it, then they have a good shot. If they don't have it, then I think we are awful close to stabilizing here. Okay, we get there. We're going to deploy this. Looking for a 2K. We don't have a 2Ks because we're going to have to get Marineford, and we've already used leader ability. This Tempest Kick not quite turning on. Ooh, they're drawing 4. 7 at us. So block plus a 2. I'm going to keep this Brook just in case. All right, Tempest Kick is -6. They go to 4. 5. 6, 7. All right, let's just see what we draw off the Tempest Kicks first. Choose you. All right, Tempest Kick, choose you. Boa's gonna have to come into play here. Let's go ahead and cycle out this Marineford. Let's do another Tempest Kick here. And then we can do Brook. KO'd there. Now we go 5 lead. 5 lead. 5 lead. They are countering a little aggressively. I would expect them just to take some of these. We've already used leader ability. The Kuzan over the Tashigi is the last step here. Yeah, so Kuzan over Tashigi. We draw another Tashigi. Okay, that's right. Yeah, this feels like a solid spot to be in. Relative to where we were feeling a second ago. If we hit a pudding, that would be great to kind of trip down their hand. This teach has been going way too hard. We want to be able to get rid of that. Kuzan off the field, that's fine. Expect just a big swing at this point. Sengoku. Yeah, a 9. 9 makes sense to me. Oh, they're just gonna go keep refilling their hand here. Build a bunch of bodies, and then use teach. Yeah, teach ability. Go for 7, and we will have to give them this Tashigi. And this and the Tashigi. All right. Definitely in a rough spot. So let's start by just trying to chip away at their board here. Let's see. Kind of wish I had not used. Let's go. Let's say, do we have a Hina in the trash? We do not have Hina in the trash. They were smart not to attack our Hinas. I think we're gonna have to get rid of this teach. He's gotten too much value. I can do the Rebecca Brook, which is probably the correct move. grabbing back the T-bone. Rebecca. T-bone. Play out Brooke. KO there. And then we're going to 1, 2, swing here. And then we're going to trash one of these Kuzans and then play out the other Kuzan over one of these Hinas. And we're in the turn. We have 2 blockers. They have 3 attacks. They have to get something out of the way. So if they find another law, that helps them a lot. So we probably want to block with this Rebecca pretty liberally. Our opponent's definitely doing a good job keeping up in card advantage. I think I am going to give them, though, for just a 5, I'm going to just give it to them. Here I'm going to do the Sengoku here. I play a second Teach. Seven. I'm just gonna do that. What do they do with 6? Jozu? Jozu have to play down over one of their guys, so it reduces the effectiveness of that. So it is Jozu, okay. I think we freeze the Jozu. First things first, we're gonna have to cycle out this. Ooh, another Brook, that helps. If we can, we have the Hina, so we can do Rebecca Hina. Reduce 1. 1, 2. 1, 2, and this would be the 3rd. All right. I think we need to just start swinging some swings here. Yeah, we're gonna do Rebecca. Get back and play the Hina here. Oh, I shouldn't have used the extra one there. That's okay. I think it's probably correct to just go 5. Cancel that. We already used this. We have 4, 5. Let's go 10 here. Sure, you. All right. Let's see how our opponent plays it here. Red Rock. That's unfortunate. 7 here. It's a 7, 7, 7. So let's no block. T-bone Suru. 4 at Brook. That's fine. Yes. Yes. Please. Please don't swing in my face. Okay, they got the boa. And then we're going to use this Rebecca here. Alright. We're gonna get rid of Kuzan. Jack. How I have missed you. So we're gonna swing a 5 here. Minus here. Let's do Jack. We don't need a gravity blade. Let's do 5 lead. 5 lead. And then play out this Bartow and pass. That is a very good and grindy game. I think I maybe would have needed to get rid of one of these boas earlier on one of my earlier trashes, but I don't feel like I've missed too many like must trash spots here. Good games, opponent. Good games. All right. So just some thoughts on the list. This was a I enjoyed that quite a bit. Pretty high likelihood that you see me play this deck this week because I was having quite a bit of fun. I don't know if there's any things that I would change. I never used the sword. And with it only being in a 1-of, I feel like the terms that I'm going to want it, I'm not going to find it. So I don't know about the sword is probably the only card that I'm really unsure on. Maybe I would run another Marineford. Because I do feel like Marineford's pretty good. What else would I change around? This list did feel really good. There's definitely an argument to be made to sync up maybe some of the top end just so that you have a little more reliability in playing and knowing what you're going to play. But I didn't necessarily feel that was that off. This deck really revolves around Rebecca's, Kuzan, Cena, Brooke. Bo's pretty good. I think it would do better if I added another Gravity Blade to set up the Boa freeze and then Raging Tiger on the following turn. I think it may depend on what I'm expecting to see at locals. But I would be, if I were you guys, I would very much be expecting a list very similar to this for the future in my channel, because I had a lot of fun on this one and I want to see how it goes. All right, then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.